This group will report the portfolio initiation and performance measurement. The presenters are Jimena D. Completado, Reika P. Labanan, Crystalline Jane J. Escano, and Rosemary U. Rumol. Portfolio initiation and performance measurement are the steps necessary to launch a portfolio and monitor its progress. Here are the steps in helping to initiate a portfolio. First step is the identification of objectives. For a capable investment portfolio, investors need to identify suitable objectives, which can be either stable returns or capital appreciation. Step 2 is estimating the capital market. Here, expected returns and associated risks are analyzed to take necessary steps. Step 3, decisions about asset allocation. To generate earnings at minimal risk, sound decisions must be made about the suitable ratio or asset combination. Step 4, formulating suitable portfolio strategies. Strategies must be developed after factoring in investment horizon and risk exposure. Step 5, selecting a profitable investment and securities. The profitability of assets is analyzed by factoring in their fundamentals, credibility, liquidity, etc. Step 6, implementing portfolio. The planned portfolio is put to action by investing in credible investment avenues. Step 7, evaluating and revising the portfolio. A portfolio is evaluated and revised regularly to evaluate its efficiency. The fact that effective portfolio management allows investors to develop the best investment plan that matches their income, age, and risk-taking capability makes it so essential. In initiating portfolio, investors can reduce their risk effectively and avail customer solutions against their investment-oriented problems. It is thus one of the inherent parts of undertaking an investment venture.
Good day everyone, I'm Crystalline Jane Escano. We are going to tackle about portfolio performance. What does portfolio performance mean? Portfolio performance refers to evaluating the performance of an investor's investment portfolio. It is essentially a process of comparing a portfolio's return with the return earned on a benchmark portfolio or one or more other portfolios or indices. Portfolio performance evaluates the portfolio performance versus a chosen benchmark or alternative portfolio. When referring to portfolio performance, 5 key concepts need to be known. First, components of return. Second, total or holding period return or HPR. Total return is the most comprehensive measures of investment return, combining interest payments, dividends, and capital appreciation. Total return is also known as holding period return in many cases. This refers to the total return earned from an investment or an investment portfolio over the total period for which the assets or the portfolio was held by that investors. Third, absolute and relative performance. Absolute returns are the actual returns on a security or portfolio which can be used to compare it to other benchmarks and portfolios to calculate relative performance. Fourth, rolling returns. Rolling returns measures returns in overlapping cycles, providing a better understanding of an investment's performance at any point in time. Fifth, time-weighted return and money-weighted return. These are two methods or approach of evaluating portfolio performance vis-a-vis the rate of return on a portfolio. The TWR is the compound rate of growth over a state evaluation period of the $1 initially invested in the account. This requires that the account be revalued every time there is an incoming cash inflow or outgoing cash flow. Regarding MWR, it measures the compound growth rate in all funds investment in the account over the evaluation period. It is also known as the internal rate of a return or IRR. Essentially, the MWR is the discount rate where the present value of all cash inflows equals the present value of all cash outflows.
I am Rika P. Labanan and I am going to discuss the performance measurement process and its methods. So what is performance measurement? Performance measurement is a process of quantifying and assessing the effectiveness and efficiency of an organization or individual in achieving their objectives or goals. It aims to clearly understand how well an organization or individual is performing and identify areas for improvement. Or in other words, it aims to facilitate decision-making and resource allocation by providing data-driven insights into what works and is not. Moreover, it motivates individuals and teams by giving feedback on their performance and incentivizing them to improve. In addition, it communicates performance to stakeholders such as customers, investors, and regulators. We have here an illustration of performance measurement. First is identifying performance objectives or goals. The first step is clearly defining goals and what success looks like. Further, the plans could be increasing sales or reducing costs or an abstract idea such as improving customer satisfaction. Second is selecting performance metrics or indicators. After identifying performance objectives, the next step is to choose metrics or indicators that can be used to measure progress towards those goals. For example, this could be quantitative measures such as revenue or profit margins, or qualitative criteria such as customer feedback or employee satisfaction. Third is collecting and analyzing data. The next step is to collect data on the selected metrics or indicators and analyze it to determine how the performance is. Therefore, this could involve collecting data from internal systems, financial or customer databases, or external sources such as market research or industry benchmarks. Fourth is reporting and communicating performance. The final step is to write and share the report with stakeholders. This could involve creating performance dashboards or reports that provides insights into performance trends and areas for improvement, or presenting performance data to senior management or external stakeholders. Next is methods. First is key performance indicators or KPIs. These metrics measure progress towards a particular objective. They often used to track a performance over time and can be used to benchmark performance against industry standards or competitors. Second is balanced scorecard. It is a framework for measuring and managing performance across multiple dimensions, including financial performance, customer satisfaction, internal process, and learning and growth. It uses a mix of financial and non-financial metrics to provide a more comprehensive view of an organization's performance. Next is Six Sigma. Six Sigma is a data-driven methodology for improving process quality by reducing defects and minimizing variability. It uses a set of statistical tools and techniques to measure performance and identify opportunities for improvement. Fourth is performance appraisal. So performance appraisal are formal process of evaluating an individual's performance against predetermined goals or objectives. They can be used to identify strengths and weaknesses and provide feedback on performance. Fifth is customer satisfaction surveys. So customer satisfaction surveys measures customer satisfaction with the product or service. They can be used to identify areas for improvement and improve customer loyalty. Sixth is benchmarking. Benchmarking is a process of comparing an organization performance to industry standards or best practices. It can be used to identify areas for improvement and best practices that can be adopted. And the last one is return on investment or ROI. ROI measures the return on investment for a particular project or initiative and evaluates the effectiveness of an investment and determines whether it is worth.
So, an organization can use several measurement types to evaluate their productivity. Some of the most common types include: first, input-based measures. Input-based measures focus on the resources used to produce a particular output or outcome. For example, it includes the time, money, or workforce used to achieve a specific objective. The second is output-based measures. Output-based measures focus on the tangible result of a particular activity or process. Examples include the number of products used, the number of customers served, or the amount of revenue generated. The third is outcome-based measures. Outcome-based measures focus on the impact of a particular activity or process on a specific objective or goal. Examples include the effect on customer satisfaction, employee engagement, and environmental sustainability. The fourth is process-based measures. Process-based measures focus on the productivity and usefulness of a particular process or activity. Examples include the time it takes to complete a task, the number of error or defect in a product, or the level of customer services. The fifth is quality-based measures. Quality-based measures focus on the quality of a particular product or service. Examples include the level of customer satisfaction, the number of defect or error in a product, or the level of compliance with regulatory standards. The last is financial measures. Financial measures focus on the financial performance of an organization or project. Examples include revenue, profit margin, return on investment, or cost savings. So, in performance measurement, they are advantages and disadvantages. A performance measurement system can improve accountability, decision-making, motivation, and resource allocation. So, there are some advantages. First is improved accountability. So, improved accountability, it provides a straightforward way to track progress toward goals and identify areas of strength and improvement. This can help individuals and organizations take responsibility for their actions and outcome and take steps to improve performance. The second is better decision making. It provides data that helps to make informed decisions. In other words, by analyzing performance data, individuals and organizations can identify trends, patterns, and opportunities. The next is increased motivation. It can provide a sense of accomplishment and inspirations for individuals and teams. By setting clear goals and measuring progress toward those goals, individuals and groups can see the impact of their efforts, which can increase motivation and job satisfaction. The next is improved resource allocation. It can help organizations identify areas of resource wasted or underutilization or reallocate them to the most needed places. This can be improved efficiency and reduce costs. So, the next is the disadvantages of performance measurement. The first is over-reliance on metrics. It can focus on achieving specific metrics at the expense of other important factors such as creativity, innovation, and customer satisfaction. In other words, it can create a culture of gaming the system rather than focusing on what is truly important. The next is unintended consequences. Above all, it can lead to unintended consequences such as neglecting essential areas that need to be measured or manipulating data to make performance look better than it is. Inaccurate or incomplete data. It relies on accurate and complete data, which can be challenging. Those precise, only or exclusive data can lead to correct conclusion and better decision making. The next is time and resource intensive. It requires time and resource to collect, analyze, and interpret data. Therefore, it can be costly and time-consuming, especially for small organizations or individuals.
Before we'll end this video, we would like to leave a quote.
from Robert Arnott, saying, "In investing, what is comfortable is rarely profitable." It means, at times, you will have to step out of your comfort zone to realize significant gains. Know the boundaries of your comfort zone and practice stepping out of it in small doses. As much as you need to know the market, you need to know yourself too. Can you handle staying in when everyone else is jumping ship? Or getting out during the biggest rally of the century? There's no room for pride in this kind of self-analysis. The best investment strategy can turn into the worst if you don't have the stomach to see it through.